UL Standard 1001, known as the White Book, is a crucial safety standard for electrical equipment. It's published by Underwriters Laboratories and provides comprehensive requirements for the safe design, construction, and testing of various electrical devices. This standard is widely used by manufacturers, engineers, inspectors, and end users to ensure equipment complies with safety codes and regulations. UL 1001 covers a broad range of electrical equipment. Firstly, industrial control equipment falls under its scope, including items like motor starters, programmable logic controllers or PLC, and various control panels. Secondly, lighting equipment is also addressed, encompassing luminaires, ballasts, and other lighting components. Thirdly, wiring devices such as receptacles, switches, and connectors are covered to ensure safe connections and prevent electrical hazards. Fourthly, motors of different types and sizes must adhere to UL 1001's requirements for safe operation and performance. Fifthly, transformers used in electrical systems are also part of the standard's purview, focusing on insulation, temperature rise, and other safety aspects. Sixthly, capacitors, which are essential components in many electrical circuits, are included to ensure their safe and reliable functioning. To purchase a copy of UL 1001, you can visit the UL website and navigate to the standards catalog. There, you'll find the most up-to-date version of the standard. It is important to be aware of other potential references to the term White Book. The NFPA 70, or National Electrical Code, is sometimes referred to as the White Book due to its white cover. However, it is not a UL standard and has a different scope. The NEC primarily focuses on the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment, while UL 1001 deals with the safety of the equipment itself. Another potential reference is Electrical Equipment for General Use Standard. This was an older designation for UL 1001 before its revision in 2003. If you come across this term, it likely refers to the current UL 1001 standard. To reiterate, UL 1001 specifies requirements for design, construction, and testing. Regarding design, the standard dictates minimum clearances, insulation levels, and material requirements to prevent electrical shock, fire hazards, and other safety issues. Construction requirements address the physical build of the equipment, including enclosure integrity, component spacing, and wiring methods, again to minimize risks. The testing portion of UL 1001 outlines specific tests that equipment must pass to demonstrate its safety and reliability. These tests may include temperature rise tests, dielectric withstand tests, and short-circuit tests. These tests are designed to simulate real-world conditions and ensure the equipment can withstand various stresses without failing. It is vital for manufacturers to understand and adhere to the requirements of UL 1001 to ensure their products meet safety standards and can be certified by UL. Certification demonstrates to customers and regulatory bodies that the equipment has been independently tested and meets the necessary safety criteria. Electrical inspectors rely on UL 1001 as a reference document when evaluating the safety of electrical installations. They use the standard to verify that equipment is properly designed, constructed, and installed in accordance with applicable codes and regulations. By referencing UL 1001, inspectors can make informed decisions about the safety of electrical systems and help prevent electrical hazards. When studying for an electrical inspector's test, familiarity with UL 1001 is extremely important. Understanding the standard's requirements and how they apply to different types of electrical equipment is essential for successfully passing the exam and performing the duties of an electrical inspector. Therefore, obtain a copy of UL 1001, review its contents carefully, and practice applying the standard to real-world scenarios. This will help you develop a strong understanding of electrical safety principles and ensure that you are well prepared for the inspector's test. Let's delve a bit deeper into some of the specific areas covered by UL 1001. Concerning industrial control equipment, the standard addresses the safety of components such as motor starters, which are used to start and stop electric motors. These starters must be designed to prevent overheating, electrical shock, and other hazards. The standard also covers programmable logic controllers or PLC, which are used to automate industrial processes. PLC must be protected from electrical noise, voltage surges, and other disturbances to ensure reliable operation. Additionally, control panels, which house various control components, must be designed to provide adequate protection from environmental factors and physical damage. When it comes to lighting equipment, UL 1001 addresses the safety of luminaires, also known as light fixtures. These fixtures must be designed to prevent overheating, electrical shock, and fire hazards. The standard also covers ballasts, which are used to regulate the current flow to fluorescent and other types of lamps. Ballasts must be designed to prevent overheating and ensure proper lamp operation. Other lighting components, such as sockets and connectors, must also meet the requirements of UL 1001. Wiring devices, including receptacles, switches, and connectors, are essential for making safe electrical connections. Receptacles must be designed to prevent accidental contact with live parts. Switches must be able to reliably interrupt the flow of current. Connectors must provide secure and durable connections. All of these wiring devices must meet the requirements of UL 1001 to ensure safe and reliable operation. Motors, which are used in a wide variety of applications, must also comply with UL 1001. The standard addresses the safety of motors with respect to overheating, electrical shock, and mechanical hazards. Motors must be designed to operate within safe temperature limits and to prevent the risk of electrical shock. They must also be protected from mechanical damage and other hazards. Transformers play a critical role in electrical systems by stepping up or stepping down voltage levels. UL 1001 addresses the safety of transformers with respect to insulation, temperature rise, and other factors. Transformers must be designed to provide adequate insulation between windings to prevent electrical breakdown. They must also be designed to operate within safe temperature limits to prevent overheating and fire hazards. Capacitors are used in electrical circuits to store energy and improve power factor. UL 1001 addresses the safety of capacitors with respect to overvoltage, overcurrent, and other factors. Capacitors must be designed to withstand voltage surges and overcurrent conditions. They must also be protected from environmental factors that could cause them to fail. Understanding the specific requirements of UL 1001 for each of these types of electrical equipment is essential for ensuring their safe and reliable operation. It is also important to stay up to date with the latest revisions of the standard, as the requirements may change over time. Regular review of the standard and participation in training courses can help you stay informed about the latest developments in electrical safety. To summarize, UL 1001, the White Book, is a critical resource for anyone involved in the design, manufacture, installation, or inspection of electrical equipment. By understanding and adhering to the requirements of this standard, you can help to ensure the safety of electrical systems and prevent electrical hazards. Remember to consult the official UL website for the most accurate and up-to-date information on UL 1001. Familiarize yourself with its contents, paying close attention to the sections relevant to your specific area of work. Utilize the standard as a guide in your daily activities, and always prioritize safety when working with electrical equipment. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is another important document to consider in conjunction with UL 1001. While UL 1001 focuses on the safety of the equipment itself, the NEC addresses the safe installation of that equipment. The NEC provides detailed requirements for wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and other aspects of electrical installations. It is essential to understand both UL 1001 and the NEC to ensure a comprehensive approach to electrical safety. Many electrical inspectors will test your knowledge of both standards. Be prepared to answer questions about how the two standards relate to each other and how they apply to specific situations. For example, you may be asked about the proper wiring methods for connecting a motor to a control panel, taking into account both the UL 1001 requirements for the motor and the NEC requirements for the wiring. The electrical industry relies heavily on standards to maintain safety and consistency. UL 1001 is just one example of the many standards that are used to ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical equipment. Other important standards include those developed by organizations such as the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEE, the National Electrical Manufacturers Association, or NEMA, and the American National Standards Institute, or ANSI. Familiarizing yourself with these various standards and how they relate to each other will greatly enhance your understanding of electrical safety. As an electrical inspector, you will be responsible for enforcing these standards and ensuring that electrical installations comply with all applicable requirements. This requires a thorough understanding of the standards and the ability to apply them to real-world situations. It also requires strong communication skills, as you will need to explain the requirements to contractors, electricians, and other stakeholders. Continuing education is essential for electrical inspectors. The electrical industry is constantly evolving, with new technologies and new standards being developed all the time. To stay up to date with the latest developments, it is important to participate in training courses, attend industry conferences, and read relevant publications. This will help you maintain your competence and ensure that you are able to effectively enforce electrical safety standards. Never hesitate to ask questions. If you are unsure about a particular requirement or how it applies to a specific situation, seek clarification from a qualified expert. This could be another inspector, an engineer, or a representative from a standards organization. It is better to ask questions and get the correct answer than to make assumptions and potentially create a safety hazard. Remember that electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Everyone involved in the design, manufacture, installation, and inspection of electrical equipment has a role to play in ensuring that it is safe and reliable. By working together and adhering to the highest standards of safety, we can create a safer environment for everyone. The UL website is a valuable resource for obtaining information about UL 1001 and other UL standards. The website provides access to the standards catalog, which allows you to search for and purchase standards. It also provides information about UL testing and certification services. In addition to the UL website, there are many other resources available to help you learn about electrical safety. These include textbooks, training courses, and industry publications. By taking advantage of these resources, you can expand your knowledge and improve your skills as an electrical professional. Finally, remember that electrical safety is not just about following rules and regulations. It is also about using common sense and good judgment. Always think carefully about the potential hazards before starting any electrical work and take appropriate precautions to protect yourself and others. By combining knowledge of the standards with sound judgment, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and ensure the safety of everyone around you. Also consider that some jurisdictions may have their own specific amendments or interpretations of the UL 1001 or the NEC. It's important to be aware of these local requirements and ensure that you are following them. Check with your local electrical authority to determine if there are any specific requirements that apply in your area. In some cases, local authorities may have adopted earlier versions of the standards. Be sure to verify which version of the standard is currently in effect in your jurisdiction. Staying informed about these local variations will help you avoid any compliance issues and ensure that your work meets all applicable requirements. Keep in mind that the requirements of UL 1001 and the NEC are minimum requirements. In some cases, it may be necessary to go above and beyond these requirements to ensure adequate safety. For example, if you are working in a particularly hazardous environment, such as a chemical plant or a refinery, you may need to implement additional safety measures to protect workers and prevent accidents. Consider the specific circumstances of each project and use your best judgment to determine the appropriate level of safety. In conclusion, mastering UL 1001, understanding its relationship to the NEC, and staying informed about local requirements are all essential steps in becoming a competent and effective electrical inspector. By combining technical knowledge with practical experience and a commitment to safety, you can make a valuable contribution to the electrical industry and help to protect the public from electrical hazards.